So tonight to this now, an out-of-control scene in Berkeley when dozens of black-clad anarchists tore through the barricades and assaulted pro-Trump attendees. It was peaceful up until then. U.S. Berkeley Republican Ashton Witte was in that crowd, and she fled the scene when it became violent. Look at these pictures. It's unbelievable. This is in America, folks. She was targeted then at a gas station minutes later.
What's up?
We're hungry for supremacy. We're real hungry for supremacy.
We're not.
And there's more of us.
You guys are all racist mother. Y'all come from Washington.
That was a threat. Okay.
That's typical.
Joining me now, Troy Worden, UC Berkeley student and correspondent for CampusReform.org, and Ashton Witte, Berkeley College Republican and target of yesterday's violence. Welcome. Good to have you guys here today. So, Ashton, why were you there in the first place, and what happened to you?
Well, I felt it was my duty as an American to attend this rally and speak for my freedom of speech. I feel like it's something that is being threatened, in America today. And I felt like if I went peacefully and just said what I had to say and had discussions with people, everything would be fine.
What did you have to say?
However,
what was on your mind?
I was willing to discuss anything. I held up a poster that said, let's just have a conversation. And I had conversations with many interesting people, both Republican and Democrat. And everything was great until Antifa showed up. Antifa, they came in with black masks, they carried weapons, they were pounding people down with their fists and their feet, and I knew I had to get out of there, so I contacted someone I knew who came to the rally. I got out of there, by car. We drove down to safety. They asked me what happened. They filmed me, and I look over, and there's a woman on her phone, and she's texting, and she's staring us down. 2 minutes later, these guys show up. They start threatening us. They hit the car with some lead pipes. They're cussing at us, telling us we're dead men, that there's more of them. I find out then that Antifa actually had several people posted around Berkeley tracking us, and telling people our location by social media.
Yeah, I mean, it's frightening, and we look at the anger on their faces, and the videos of all of this that I watched today are just pretty incredible. So, Troy, who are these people? Are they from the Berkeley campus? I mean, you look at them, and they've got masks over their faces, and they're hiding their identity, and they're slapping people and hitting them with sticks. Where are they coming from?
Well, Martha, I think it's unfortunate that so many news publications have refused to cover this growing and pressing issue. If we look at who are doing these attacks, who are stomping conservatives on the ground and bloodying them, they are mostly non-students. There are actually violent gangs coming up from Oakland, conscripted by Antifa, to hunt Republicans in the streets. Make no mistake, this is a pressing issue and it needs more coverage. Luckily, Campus Reform has helped bring this story to light, and people are waking up. If you look at the petition signed by over 250,000 people calling on the federal government to recognize Antifa for what it is, a domestic terrorist organization, you'll see that, again, no one is fooled. We know exactly who is doing this. These anti-fascist organizations are conscripting violent criminals to basically make it impossible to be a conservative on a liberal campus. It's a sad day when students, just to stand up for what they believe in, have to face the very real possibility of severe injury or even death. And I just want to call out the mayor of Berkeley and the chancellor of the university. I want to tell them that you should stop telling the police to stand down and protect all Americans regardless of their political ideology.
Well, they arrested 13 people, so we're going to keep an eye on it. I imagine that you guys will at Campus Reform as well, to see what actually happens to the people who were assaulting individuals out there. Ashley and Troy, thank you very much for being here tonight. It's a big story, and we'll continue to follow it.
Thank you for having us on.